I'm in Stillwater, Oklahoma at Frontier Electronic Systems, and you won't believe this, but they make stuff inside this building that's going to go to space. Let's take a look.
Frontier has both electronics that we're building, both for the SLS, Space Launch System, rocketry, plus electronics that go on the Orion spacecraft.
The United States is working to find a new avenue into space, and the engineers at Frontier Electronics like to say that road goes through Stillwater. The company is working alongside Boeing and NASA to launch the next generation of exploration. The next mode of space travel includes NASA's rocket platform, the Space Launch System, and the Orion capsule, as well as Boeing's Starliner.
Now, the Orion spacecraft and SLS, their first planned manned flight will go in a lunar orbit, go around the moon twice and back. But it's being designed and built to support eventually exploration all the way to Mars.
Frontier Electronic Systems will play a vital role in future missions.
We build some critical power electronics for the commercial crew vehicle for Boeing, power control assemblies, the main battery, the electronics that go on the main battery for both the service module and the crew module that goes on that Starliner.
The Orion module equipment that we're working on has to do with life support. We are also working on what is essentially lightning suppression for both the service module and the crew module.
The products for both the Orion and Starliner can take years to design, build, and test.
The processes that we use are designed to build the quality and the reliability into those components. So like for instance, the standards that we use for solder joints on components are way more extreme than what your consumer electronics are. And we have multiple inspections. And then in addition to all those inspections of the workmanship as you go, then we do a lot of extreme testing on things. So everything that we build has built into it what they call environmental stress screening testing.
We do testing to the specifications that the customer's given us, and so you mentioned heat, and we do test things. We cycle between high heat, let that dwell for a period, back down to very, very cold temperatures, and then cycle the units back and forth while they're being monitored and tested. The environment's very extreme. We've got a thermal vacuum chamber that can draw vacuum inside the chamber to simulate space, and then also cycle the temperature as if it were, again, in space. And you mentioned vibration, and it's absolutely a harsh environment trying to get that guy off the ground. Mm-hmm. In fact, our vibe system sounds to me like a rocket taking off, and certainly shakes the building when we're doing testing.
These checks and balances are critical to the success of the mission and the safety of the crew.
It's not uncommon for NASA or Boeing to actually have an astronaut come here and visit us. We've had I think four different astronauts over the last several years, and it gives our employees a different perspective when they're building equipment that person's life depends on.
Yep.
So to get a face-to-face relationship, to visit with these folks that are putting their lives on the line to further their exploration of space and such, just helps us reiterate the importance of what we're doing.